Hello scholars, here's just a quick video to show you how to get into the indexes and abstracts at the Roger Williams Library database. So you can see in the background here, I've got the home page open and it's really easy to get to the library website from there. I'm sure many of you have done this before. If you just highlight your mouse over academics, you can see down on your right side a list of things there, and the third one down is library. So we click on that, takes us to the library webpage. So hooray, we're already partway there. If you scroll down a bit, you get some different libraries to choose from. The architecture library doesn't do us a lot of good for the research we're doing. The law library may actually help some of you with what you're doing because you're talking about greater change within the community. But for most of you, we're going to use just the regular library. So go ahead and click on Explore the University Library. It opens up a new tab, and sooner or later, you're probably going to be prompted to log in. I've already done that, so there's an automated system in there already. And we can do a broad search throughout the library here, but I actually want to show you how to focus your search down to some more specific databases. And if you look here under additional resources, the first thing you see is databases. And this is going to open up a lot of doors to different types of research. And most of the things down there across the bottom line actually will take you to some pretty good stuff. But clicking on databases gives us a link to a bunch of databases. Now your tuition actually helps to pay for this. The access to indexes and abstracts through the university is pretty expensive. So it's kind of nice for you to get some of your tuition dollars back in this way, right? And there are 200 and it says right there, 212 databases that you can use. Some of the better ones are the third one down here, Academic Search Complete, JSTOR, PubMed has a lot of really good stuff. Academic Search Complete is a really comprehensive list of journals, magazines, and newspapers. PubMed is more medical research, and JSTOR is very similar to Academic Search Complete with just a couple different things to add to it, and minus a couple other things. So we'll start in Academic Search Complete, and we'll probably end there for that matter too. If we click on that, it's going to take us to another window, and we get right away we get into the search screen. So let's just do a generic search for what might be a persuasive topic. I'm sure you're all aware at this point, like I'm really interested in pet adoption. So I'm just going to type in pet adoption. Search gets complete. I come up with 715 different options to look through, which is significantly less than what you get from a Google search, but it's still too many. So let me show you how to pare that down a little bit. So down here along your left side, you can change the date. So it has a more specific search window. We're probably not looking for things in like early 1955, and as we scroll this up, we get newer and newer information. So here's articles just from the last 20 years, and it only eliminated 10 of our search results, so not fantastic. But that's okay, because there's some more ways to pare this down. The next thing we would go down to is right below where it has publication dates. You can ask it to pare you down to specific types of returns. So we can look at just academic articles. So most of these are peer-reviewed journal articles where, as I've kind of talked about in class, academics like myself will send out stuff that they've written. Other academics in the field look at it, give some sort of helpful feedback, and determine whether or not it deserves to be published. And this is pretty solid information. Like, we can trust a lot of what we find in there. As you look down, you've got magazines, we have newspapers, book reviews if you're looking for specific things, so that's not going to help as much in our speech. But the newspaper articles is going to be pretty solid too. But what I'm interested here just to start is the academic journals. All right, so we have post-adoption problem behaviors in adolescent and adult dogs, changes associated with improved outcomes for cats. Pet ownership is associated with increased risk of non-atopic asthma. Well, that doesn't really help us much there. So let's go and find out if we can get even more specific with our search. So if I just say benefits of pet adoption, that drops me down to just 39 things that I need to look through, and that's pretty solid there. So, justifiable and animal research and health can democratization help resolve difficulties, a protective association between pet ownership and depression. That might actually help me when I want to talk to you about why pet adoption is good for you. So and so might this next one, fostering the human-animal bond for older adults, challenges and opportunities, schools and canine companions. This is pretty solid. All right. So let's just click on this second one and see what we get here. And the first thing you're going to get is an abstract. It's going to give you, it's basically a summary of what the paper hopes to achieve. Over here on the left, we got a full set of linked text, so we can go and find all this information that we might be looking for. And as you're putting together your presentations, if you want to create a very nice bibliography, well, Academic Search Complete does a really nice thing, because if you look over here on the right under Tools, you can click Cite, and it gives you the reference for your reference page, which is great because a lot of your instructors are looking for those now. You can also email this to yourself, print it, save it directly to your computer, send it to somebody else. So that's a pretty nice setup for Academic Search Complete. All right. And I hope that's actually helpful for what we're doing here in the class. So we're going to be looking for a variety of sources in this final speech, and this is a pretty easy way to find good, solid information that you already have access to. Google Scholar is also a nice search thing, but the limitations on what you actually have access to when you start clicking on articles isn't really as strong and as complete as Academic Search Complete is. All right, folks, that's it, and I will see you in class here very soon.